Hey guys, welcome to a WalkTube special. This is andyisyoda here with none other than Zoppp, Zoppp, the leader of the World of Keralis. Welcome, Zoppp.
Hey guys, it's Zop and it's Z in America.
Oh, Z, so it is. Yeah, we say Z over here, but Z sounds cooler. I always thought when I was
I like
growing up.
Zed also. I watched a lot of Top Gear, so
Cool. Top Gear fan. There you go.
yeah.
Exclusively revealed on WalkTube. Zoppp likes Top Gear. The British Top Gear, is that right?
Yeah, US one sucks.
Let's get on with this. Question one. Now, a lot of people have emailed me with some questions for you, Zop, and this is the best questions we could come up with. Question one: can you briefly tell us how you got the world of Keralis started and involved with Keralis?
Well, I wasn't the founder of the server. I'll put that out right now, right there. Elduin, Lucky Shooter, and Nub Hunter were there way before me. I think by like 3 months or so. I joined the server after. Well, I applied like a builder, like most people did. This is around when Keralis had like 300 subscribers or so,
Okay.
and I I was running my own server at that time.
Uh huh.
And if any of you know Lucky Lynch, him and I used to play on the same server, and I got banned off that one because I got
Wow.
pissed at the owners. I got pissed at the owners because they kept on deleting the map and resetting it. They wouldn't give downloads.
Ooh.
So I got banned off that one. Started my own server. Got my hand on plugins and whatever. The permissions, learned everything,
Uh huh.
and then I I built like modern train stations or whatever because I was a redstone maniac and I used Corral to design, so I applied with that. He let me on the server. I also told him that I could do plugins and whatnot.
Cool.
And so at the time, Walk didn't have any plugins, no permissions, nothing. It was just bare chat. So I said I could do permissions and plugins. So he gives me access console and stuff like that.
Right.
And so funny thing is, first thing I do, I get on. I upload all the permissions and stuff and plugins and stuff that I already had ready for Walk. And Elduin flips a shit at me. It was
Okay.
the funniest. It was the funniest thing. He was like, "What is going on, guys? What is going on?" And I was like, "Dude, calm down. You're an admin, right? I'll just add you the admin tag." And he was so pissed off at me. It was really funny, but um yeah. But basically, since then, I've been with Walk. It started with me adding all the plugins in,
Okay.
and as just time went on, people got weeded out, people got added, and that's where we are now.
That's awesome. For me, I've only been on 6 months, so to hear some of the story of how it all started is absolutely fascinating. Thanks for that. Did you imagine the world of Keralis would ever get this big with so many members?
I did not expect us to get this big. I thought we would be, maybe a server with around 32, 64 people at a time. Like I didn't expect us to add another server on or to do anything, but I realized that we were getting a lot more players than usual, and
Hmm.
I wanted to start supporting our own server without having to have Corrales always having to pay for it, and like that would give us more flexibility with hosts and whatnot. Because back then we switched hosts about 4 or 5 times in our time with my time with Walk. I've switched our hosts a couple times, and I was kind of getting tired of having to rely on Corrales always to fund it because like it's more flexible if we have donations and stuff and
Right.
survival. I didn't want to have any perks on creative because creative should really be about just building and about like creativity, not about
Yeah. Yeah.
paying for this kind of perk, this kind of world edit and whatever like you see on a lot of the servers. I didn't want to do that at all because I thought it would just look really trashy and it wouldn't really focus on the builds. It focused more on just money.
Sure. Yeah.
So I wanted to add it in the survival server because we could at least start paying for the servers on our own. But I also wanted to keep things balanced and fair while we did that. So that's where survival came from, and I believe we kept things pretty balanced. I don't know if you guys have any problems with it. Just report on the forums like you guys always do. You guys are great about that. But to get back on topic, I really didn't expect us to get this big. I was always pushing Corrales to make a video for us. I think the first one was the airport,
Right.
and since then, a lot is we've gotten a lot more members. I wasn't ready at first for that many members. Like
Yeah, I
we
can
got
imagine it would affect how all plugins and all sorts of stuff like that.
and like our server just couldn't handle it. Like we had at that time when he made that video, we went from like 32 players on to like 72 or 40, and like back then on like a normal Minecraft shared hosting, that was really stressful on the server. Like we could not play it. Like world edits would crash and whatnot.
Yeah, I can
But
imagine.
so I just made it. We just went along with that. And back then we didn't have the website we have now. We were
Hmm.
doing all our applications through email,
Oh,
and I was doing apps back then. I don't have the time to
no, no.
nowadays. But back then we'd all do apps. It was like the five admins. I think Elduin was still an admin then. Yeah, Elduin, me, Nub Hunter, I think Lucky Shooter, and maybe it just has four.
Cool.
But we were all doing apps then, and it was really stressful through email.
I can imagine. I
Um,
can even imagine. Imagine doing that now. You get about 40 apps a day, don't you?
let's see, like with email, we didn't have the same luxury you do have now. Like now we can just accept you and you're automatically promoted on the server. But back then we had to accept you, then whitelist you on the server manually, do everything manually. It was really, hectic. But now we've got that sorted out with the new application system. But I'm getting off track here. I'm just thinking
No,
of.
that's cool. That's great. That's really interesting to find out some of the history behind
Oh
the
yeah,
world of Keralis.
we had the first video that I did with Keralis about like the tour, and we had the guest build area. And I know I get questions from some of you guests asking like, when are you gonna have another guest? You should have a guest build area or something. And we're like, I would say no to that because like last time we tried it, it did not go very well, and we kept on having to like babysit people, and it got really bad. So sorry, we won't be doing that again. But yeah, with Corralis's like help, we've really grown a lot.
Cool. Okay, next question. Do you think running a server like this and being basically in charge of so many people has made you become a different person or
Oh yeah, big
helped you
time.
in real life?
It's helped me a lot, and it has made me a much different person. Um, Traditionally, I was not much of a leader. I was mainly, more of a, follower. Sixth grade, seventh grade, I didn't really do much. I just kind of went with my friends, did whatever.
Hmm.
But now I really get a sense that, I feel like I'm much more of a leader nowadays. I'm more ready to take control of situations and such. And
Cool.
and I don't know, not to be cheesy or something, but it's really helped me. And I put it on, things like, okay, don't laugh. I'm in the marching band.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah,
Hey
but
guys, exclusively revealed on WalkTube.
shh, but I use that as an application because they have office positions, and my teachers thought it was a great thing. And in general, I've become more tolerant in people
Hmm.
because running a server like this, you need to learn to be tolerant with some people. And I'm pretty tolerant with guests and whoever. If you don't know what you're doing,
I
I'm
mean,
pretty
you
tolerant
must
with
get
you. I'll
people
help
with
you out.
all sorts of
But
stupid little arguments all the time needing sorted out.
oh yeah, and chat and stuff. We a lot of politics going around, but
Yeah,
you learn to deal with more and more stress as you run a server like this. And I think for like for my like future and stuff, I think it was a great thing that I'm running this because I'm learning to deal with stress, and I'm learning to deal with different people, different backgrounds, people from all over the world. And it's just phenomenal the amount I've learned over the past 2 years of working
absolutely.
on the
I mean,
server.
think of that question you get asked in job interviews. Have you ever been in a position of responsibility?
Yeah,
There's your answer right there, yeah.
I have a whole lot right there.
Question 4. What's the best and the worst thing about running a server like the World of Keralis?
Well, the best thing is like I'm surrounded with people who are basically working with me, and I can actually talk to them, and I have people I can call on when I need help. Well, the bad thing is that I get into I tend to get myself into a lot of arguments, and it's just my personality in general, and it does piss off staff here and there. I tend to do things, I'm very impulsive with my decisions. I just go with it. I'm like, okay, they're doing this, we're doing
Hmm.
this, and I tend to step on some people's toes while doing that. And I know I try to keep my staff as happy as I can, and I know that I'm not around all the time, but it's it's just something I have to live with because
Yeah.
running a server, you have to be impulsive with some of your decisions.
Well, at the end of the
And
day, you've got to make a
some people
decision, I
you're gonna
suppose.
have to. You can't make everyone happy. Some people are gonna be happy. Some people aren't gonna be always. So I that's like probably the worst things. I can't really make everyone happy. I have to always, you know, disregard someone's opinion because of the majority, and it's just something I can't really do. It's how it works.
Fair enough.
But yeah,
Cool. Um, question 5, I think we're on now. Have you built anything on the server? Somebody was asking.
Oh man, I get this question quite a few times on one
Really?
server. I built two things, actually three, if you count what I did during the time lapse. But I built one house in Admin Town. These are both. I think yeah, all my builds are in Beach Town.
Okay.
So my first build's in Admin Town. If you guys know where that is, still, it's where Gap Mansion is.
Okay.
And it was it's terrible.
Well, I'm making a note of this because I feel a video coming on here.
It is so bad.
Zopp's house. Yeah, but
Oh my
it's old
God.
though. You know, people
Like
people.
it was back when we were small, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna build a house. It was Nub Hunter's town, and I was like, why not? And I world edited that town in from our old map, and I don't know if you guys can tell it's world edited in, but I did. But it's a bad house.
Cool.
You go ahead and tour it.
Yeah, we will.
My second house. And now I'm proud of that one. That's my baby. My second
Okay.
house is my baby. I love it. It's great. It's got an awesome basement, and it's got like a pool and everything. And I took a lot of inspiration from Gattaca.
Aha. Yeah, I watched him. He was great.
Yeah, I don't know where he went. Come back, Gat. We
Yeah.
miss you. But I took a lot of inspiration from Gat and from a lot of builders around and it's in the suburbs inside of Beach Town. You know, I think Warp Suburbs or something. It's somewhere in there. Or I think I have a warp for it. Warp Zoppp.
Cool.
But
We will find it.
yeah.
Don't worry. um,
don't hurt me. Don't critique me.
question. Don't worry, we won't review it.
And then I have a third quote unquote skyscraper in the time lapse city that we did with Matt Law.
Ah.
M Law. It was a great time lapse. But it's a really bad building that I did, and I think it'll stand out. It's.
I'll maybe have a look at that. Get some tips on doing a skyscraper now, right now.
Yeah, it's some good inspiration.
Question 6. What do you want to be when you're done with school?
Well, I'm not sure about it. I don't think it's a good thing that I'm not sure about it, but because I'm a junior in high school, I'm thinking around somewhere with business and computer sciences, kind of consultation with computer sciences together.
Okay. Yep.
Because like I feel like I can do a business job after doing stuff on walk.
Yeah.
Like it's given me a boost in confidence with it, and I feel like I want to run my own team. I want to manage things on my own, not have to always be told by someone else what to do. I like the feeling of being able to manage myself. But I'm thinking maybe consultation, and then on the side, I'm thinking maybe biotechnical, bioresearch, something like that, because I'm pretty good in chemistry and that kind of stuff in school. But other
Awesome.
than that, yeah, that's my main career path. Georgia Tech. If any of you guys live in the Georgia area, you know.
Shout out for Georgia Tech.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
right.
Well, the world is at your feet, and I wish you good luck. 2 more questions. Is there any news about building contests?
Say that again.
Building competitions or building contests. I know Bill the Builder was maybe thinking of helping with this.
So
Player
personally,
versus.
I don't know that much about contests, mainly because my main role right now is behind the scenes and handling what is going on with the dedicated servers, because
Yeah.
a lot has been going on lately. So I mainly let Build a Builder and let the creative staff manage that while I'm managing global server affairs, as in like all the servers. And I don't know, I've mentioned this in the forum. Creative's node is running at like 1,200% CPU, and it still is. And I'm
Ooh.
trying to figure out what's up with it.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds impressive.
it's strange, and I'm trying to figure that out. So I personally don't know any contests, but I'm pretty sure the staff will have good handles on what any contests coming up. And if there are any contests, I'm going to be probably the one funding it. So if you guys have any suggestions for prizes, I'm always up for like, you know, Steam games or whatever, you know, whatever the donations we've been racking in from Survival. I think we're, you know, everyone's worth. It's good to spend on the community again.
Great stuff.
But
Well, if you guys have got any ideas for prizes, if we have any competitions in the future, then put your ideas in the forum or even in the comments for this video. And the last question, a few builders suggested this. I know you don't know about this question yet. Zoppp, do you even lift?
Oh, damn it. Didn't know someone would ask me this. Okay, guys. Just keep this a secret.
Okay. We won't tell anyone. It's just us.
I can lift. 5 pounds.
Okay, that's what, like 3 bags of sugar. This is useful.
No, 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 no. But I can lift. I did for track conditioning, like I don't know, 100 pounds benched. I don't know. It's bad. I gotta work out.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you're a runner rather than a lifter.
I don't have time for track this year though. Taking a bunch of classes. I don't have time for it. Ugh.
Well, Zop, thanks very much for your time, and we do appreciate um, you contributing to WalkTube, which is kind of taking off a little bit. So, Zop, thanks very much.
All right, anytime, Andy.